Hail and kill, caller. You're on the air.
Hail and kill, it's Marz.
Hey, what's up, Marz?
I'm doing good. I went to go see Def Leppard and Poison and Tesla last night in St. Paul.
And how was it?
And it was a good show. It was kind of interesting, though. When Poison got a really good response from the audience, and they did a really good show, and Bret Michaels is up there talking and thanking the audience, and it sounded almost like they were going to go into another song because the house lights were still down, and all of a sudden the house music comes up, and then a couple seconds later, like about 10 seconds later, the house lights came up. It was almost like they were giving them a bum rush.
Well, do you think it was because they were up against their curfew?
Yeah, I think it was a curfew thing, yeah.
Because once the curfew hits, if that venue doesn't shut down, then they get fined.
Yeah. They did a really good show, and I guess some of it was filmed. They talked about cameras and filming and
great
and stuff. But it was a good show and had a lot of fun. And yeah, it was Def Leppard put on an excellent show and full auditorium. So yeah, it was great.
How about Tesla?
See them again.
How was Tesla?
You know, it's weird. It was so funny. We had left kind of late, and by the time we got to the show, my girlfriend goes, "Oh my God, I don't have our tickets printed up." Mm-hmm. They were on her phone, and so we had to go print them up. So we had to go run and find a hotel to print them up.
Yeah.
And by the time we were walking back and stuff, she goes, "I need to get something to eat real quick. Let's go eat." And then we went in, and by the time Tesla was just leaving the stage.
Well, I don't know how funny that story actually was, Marz, but
yeah. So we didn't get to see Tesla, but we saw Poison and we saw Def Leppard. Right. It was awesome.
Now, was Bret sporting a little bit of a belly going on there?
No, he looked really buff.
Okay.
He looked good. Yeah. They all looked really good. I think CeCe DeVille was wearing a long wig. Because all of a sudden he had hair, and I go, wait a minute, I just saw a girlfriend have a picture taken with him in NAMM, and his hair wasn't that long.
Wow.
So I think he was wearing a wig.
Did you work your way backstage as you do, Marz?
No, I did not. We had 15th row, and so we had really good seats. My girlfriend took me for my birthday. I turned 61 on Wednesday, so she took me for my birthday.
Oh.
And so, yeah, we had really good seats. And I saw a lot of people walking around those little faux laminates for the meet and greets and stuff, Mm-hmm. And I guess they paid like over $300 to meet Poison or meet Def Leppard.
Wow.
Yeah, so what I used to do for free, they now charge for.
Wow.
Yeah.
So of the guys that played last night, how many have you slept with?
Of the guys that played last night, how many have I slept with?
Yeah.
I haven't really slept with any of them.
How many have you blown?
Did little things to one of them.
Just one?
But just one.
Did that one have two hands that he could put on your head?
Yeah, he had two arms, yeah. He had two functional arms.
Just asking. Trying to narrow it down. Was it a guy from Def Leppard or a guy from Poison?
It was Def Leppard.
Def Leppard.
It was Phil.
What year?
It was Phil.
Oh, well, he still looks like he did that.
Oh, God. 80... Oh, God, what year was that? It was Hysteria Tour. I remember that.
87, 88.
But you're 88?
All right.
Yeah.
Was he good?
Yep.
Was he good?
Well,
Did you
no,
enjoy
I had my own. Well, okay. No, I had like my own little section backstage, and that I could entertain in. And
yeah, but was he good? Was he good?
Was he good?
Yeah.
I think I was better.
You think you were better? Did he have a large cock?
No.
No, small cock.
No, just average.
Just average.
Small cock, large ego.
Just average.
What was bigger, his dick or his ego?
Huh?
What was bigger, his dick or his ego?
Gosh, I don't know. None of them really seemed to be that big of an ego back then. I mean, I didn't really see it.
So does that mean that he had
They were
a
all
small?
pretty friendly.
Did he have a?
Got nice guys.
Did he have a small ego and a small cock? Is that what you're trying to say here?
No, didn't. He was just very average on both. He was just, friendly, nice.
He was just your average. He was just your
fun.
average Joe.
Did he come?
Yeah,
on
it
your,
was just.
Did he come on your tits while you said pour your sugar on me?
No.
I'm just asking. I don't know. That would have been a great line.
No.
That would have been a great line.
Yeah, that would have been funny. Yeah, no. I don't think that happened, no.
Maybe while you were
It was
chugging
just
down.
one of those backstage drunk things that happened, so.
Maybe you were just kind of blowing him a little bit, and he was like, yeah, I'll give you love and affection. Here it comes.
Yeah, here it comes. Yeah.
Armageddon it.
He said, come on, Joe, let's get rocked.
Yeah. No, it was a good show, though. I enjoyed the music, and my girlfriend that I went with wasn't there. She was really young, like 14 years old or something, when they came out. She never got this chance to see them, so for her it was fun because she's never seen them in concert.
Right.
And so it was great. It was a lot of fun. And then you were talking about David Lee Roth, and I was in Hollywood in '83,
Okay.
and I think the restaurant was called Ben Frank's.
Okay.
That was on Hollywood, or maybe it was on Sunset Boulevard. I think it was on Sunset. And I was going out, and he was coming in with a friend. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, is that David Lee Roth? It kind of looks like him, And so we waited around outside for him, and about 45 minutes later, he came out, and we go, here, you David Lee Roth? And he goes, hey, yeah, I have a good time, and just took off with some guy.
Right.
And I was like, that was weird. But, yeah, I liked my old Hollywood days.
Did you get that weird vibe about DLR?
It happened all so quick, and he seemed okay. He seemed kind of friendly, but not overly friendly.
Right.
And it was, and he was with another guy, and my girlfriend goes, is he gay? And I go, I don't know. I have no idea.
Right.
But he just was just kind of, hey, how's it going? Yeah, how you doing? Good night.
Right.
That was it.
Marz,
Yeah.
who is the most famous rock star that you've hooked up with?
The most famous rock star that I hooked up with.
Yeah. Joey Belladonna?
Trying to think. Joey Belladonna? Oh, no.
Have you hooked up with Joey Belladonna? Have you hooked up with Joey?
I know he is.
Oh, you haven't hooked up with him?
No,
Oh.
I haven't. But I used to know some of those guys, yeah.
All right.
Not real well, but I met them.
Right.
There's been a lot of people I've met, but I haven't hooked up with.
Sure.
There's very few I hooked up with.
Well, there's got to be a most famous one, doesn't there?
Well, the most.
I mean, the bidding.
most famous one.
The bidding right now is starting with Phil Collin.
Phil Collin, Don, kind of quickie with Don, drunk quickie, and fuck, I can't think right now.
When you were with Don, did you happen to notice a jar of Perfect 7 on the counter?
No, there was no Perfect 7 on the counter.
Just asking.
No, there was Wild Jack on the counter.
At least you thought it was Jack.
No, that's all I remember is Jack. A lot of Jack and
a lot of cock.
And a lot of just
thrusting,
fuzzy stuff. Not really knowing what's going on. That was weird.
Are you saying that Don roofied you?
No, I'm just saying that we were all really drunk. Everybody was really drunk.
Oh, okay.
And, it was like early in the morning and we were all really drunk and not really all that, because I used to get really blasted all the time.
I can't believe that.
All the
That I
time.
used to get really blasted. Oh, I've had times where I was laying out on the grass outside the Met Sports Center, just almost like passed out, and it would be like somebody come up and kick me in the foot. The promoter, Dick Shapiro, who worked for Jam Company 7, he'd come up and kick my foot and say, "Hey, you still with us?" And I'd be like, "Yeah."
Right.
And he'd be like, "Okay, just checking, see if you're still alive there." You know?
Right.
But, yeah. Yeah.
Well,
But it was a lot of tour buses and partying and drinking, and I didn't do the drugs, but some of my friends did. But I didn't do that stuff. It scared me.
Well,
But
you have great.
there's a lot of coke.
You have great stories, Marge.
I do, huh?
Yeah.
No. Well, I'll let you guys go and have a good night and hail and kill and fuck you, pal, and hand job.
All right,
right.
Mars.
Good night.
Good night. Lots of hand jobs.
There's never time. It's never a bad time for a hand job, is there?
Everybody wants a handy.
Of course they do.
Everybody wants a handy.
At least to start.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, a lot of girls just aren't good at that.
Yeah, they think it's a fucking rope.
Let me teach you how to do a handy.
Yeah, you don't need to peel the outer layer off
Right.
in order to fucking do it right.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. Well, did we want to hit this box over here? Or
Do you
what?
want to do the box or you want to play a couple tunes
Let's
and then
play
do
a couple
the
of
box?
tunes, and we'll do the box.
All right.
We want to find out what's in this box.
We do.
Do you want what's behind curtain number 3, or do you want or do you want to see what's in the box?
No, I want to see what's in the box.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to get a knife for that.
All right, we'll go get a knife. All right, here's your choices. We can go with King Hitter, Carl Agell from Corrosion of Conformity.
Okay.
We could go with Big Cock, which might fit after Marge's story.
Sure. I think that's going to probably be it.
All right, let's go with Big Cock.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah, I mean, there's other
Dave Henzerling and our good friend Robert Mason with
Yes.
Big Cock.
That's right.
What'd you pick?
I picked, I don't even remember. I picked a nice little happy tune. You Suck the Love Out of Me.
Oh, nice. Very good. All right, well, we'll send that out to Mars.
All right, here you go, Mars. This is for you. This is Big Cock with You Suck the Love Right Out of Me exclusively here.
On your classic metal show.